Good morning to all. Hope you are well and safe, healthy enough. As it is not decreased the COVID cases across the country, we should be more serious about these COVID control measures like wearing the mask, hygiene, cleaning the hands, keeping social distancing. We have to keep it up. So I think you are seriously doing your revision and study. Today also we have to continue the last part of our revision. See, my dear students, last day we were discussing few chapters, that is soil and natural vegetation, water resources also. Today fourth revision, after this water resources, few important topics: sources of water, surface water and groundwater we were discussing, and need for conservation and conservation practices also we have discussed. Need for conservation of water and conservation practices includes rainwater harvesting and its importance. Irrigation methods and importance are very important topic. That includes the tank irrigation, canal irrigation, some of the modern methods of irrigation, that is drip irrigation, and in northeast India which is practicing bamboo irrigation, etc. So that much we were discussed. A few questions also we were practiced. I think you are also reading this. Today we have to continue with the other chapters. Today I will be giving some of the important topics which you can ask in the exam. It is from the new revised syllabus only, related with the chapters of mineral resources, agricultural chapter, that is the third chapter, agriculture, cash crops, manufacturing industries, agro-based and mineral-based, transportation, and waste management. Waste management, first chapter, it is not there from your syllabus. Waste management, impact of waste management and waste accumulation, it is not there. Other chapters are there. Mineral and energy resources, there is the iron ore, manganese, copper, uses and their distribution. Many questions are asking, that is important. Mineral and energy resources, iron ore, manganese, copper. Among that, iron ore is most important. Conventional sources of energy, coal, petroleum, its distribution, advantages and disadvantages. Only coal and petroleum here we have to discuss. Other things are not there. Manganese, bauxite and copper is given in your book, that is not there. You have to remember that. Iron and coal, it is important. Coal, petroleum, that is also included. Iron ore, manganese, copper, it is given, but iron and coal, it is very important here. Non-conventional source of energy, solar, wind, nuclear and biogas, generation and advantages. Based on that you have to study the answers. Now, agriculture in India, third chapter. Agriculture first and second, that is introduction and food crops, that is not there. But agriculture in India, cash crops are there. In that cash crops, agriculture third chapter, climatic conditions, soil requirements, method of cultivation, processing and distribution of the following crops. Which are the crops? Sugar, cotton and tea. Three important cotton. three important crops you have to study correctly: sugar, cotton, and tea. Based on that, its methods of cultivation, processing, and distribution we have to study. And manufacturing industries, importance and classification you have to study. Agro-based industries, sugar and textile industry, mainly cotton you have to study. Sugar and cotton industry you have to study correctly. Mineral-based industry, iron and steel industry, Chisco, Rourkela, petrochemical and electronics you have to study. Agro-based, sugar and textile only, sugar and textile, cotton. And mineral-based, iron and steel and petrochemical and electronics. Mineral-based 3 industries, agro-based 2 industries. So these are the important topics which is related with this much chapters. Now the transport chapter, that is very simple chapter, you can score mark also. From the transport chapter there is importance and modes of transport: roadways, railways, airways and waterways. Advantages and disadvantages are that you have to study. Then waste management chapter, need for waste management, methods of safe disposal of waste, segregation, dumping and composting. Few important topics. Need and methods for reducing, reusing and recycling waste. Last chapter that is. So this chapters also you have to practice it. These are the important topics which you have to study after lesson number 7. Till lesson number 7 you should correctly study. The lesson number 4, climate and climate of India. That is very important chapter. One set of question is sure from there. Soil resources in India, 5th chapter. One set of question is sure from that chapter. Natural vegetation, it is one set of question is sure from that chapter. 7th chapter, water resources, one set of question is sure. So lesson number 4, 5, 6, 7. These 4 chapters compulsory you have to study. Sure, you have to attempt one question from there. After that, today what I told, 8th chapter to till last chapter, 19th chapter, what are the topics I told you? From there you have to study, then you can score full mark. No problem at all. So, from the mineral resources and agriculture based industries, food crops and cash crops, manufacturing industries, agro based and mineral based, transport and waste management. This much topics only you have to study correctly, then you can get full mark. Okay, please practice well, my dear students. Now few questions I will be giving. We can discuss the question and you can practice it this way. Some of the questions normally it is asking in your exam, we will be discussing now. So the answers I will be delivering now. You have to listen it correctly. First question, name the private sector iron and steel plant of India. Name the private sector iron and steel plant of India. Answer, Tata Iron and Steel Company, TISCO. Tata Iron and Steel Company, TISCO. Questions only I am giving. Answer it's giving on the screen. Questions only giving on the screen. Answer I am saying you have to listen correctly. Tata Iron and Steel Company. Second question, from where does it get its supply of iron ore? Iron ore, where does it get? Tata Steel Company. Answer, Gormashian in Mayuriban. Mayuriganj district of Orissa. You can write Mayuriganj district of Orissa. Nambudi in Simgam, Jharkhand. So iron ore is available to Tata Steel Company in Mayuriganj district of Orissa. Namoundi, Noamunda, Namoundi in Simgam, Jharkhand. It is there in your textbook also, you can refer this. Now, manganese, from where does it get? Manganese available to Tata Steel Company in Joda in Kanaujhar district. Joda, Joda, in Kanaujhar, Keonjhar, Kanaujhar district. Okay. Coal, it is available from Jharia and Bokaro. It is easy. So these are the places where Tata Steel Company gets its raw materials. The next question. Mention any two problems faced by the cotton textile industry of India. Problems faced by cotton textile industry of India. First one, shortage of raw material. Very easily you can write directly you can write shortage of raw material. Second problem, loss of foreign market. So shortage of raw material and loss of foreign market are the two problems faced by cotton textile industry of India. Next question, C. Give the geographic reason for each of the following. Geographic reason. First one, silk industry is doing particularly well in Karnataka. Reason, silk industry is doing particularly well in Karnataka as Karnataka has favorable climate for the rearing of silkworms. Next one, petrochemical products are gaining importance, popularity in modern times. Petrochemical products are gaining popularity in modern times as they are cost effective, economically stable and cheaper as they are produced at a massive scale. Raw material is easily available. Once again, petrochemical products are gaining importance in modern time because it is cost effective. Cost effective means its price will be less. Economically stable and cheaper as it is producing bulkily, massive scale. So it is raw materials are easily available also. Okay, then the next one. The electronic industry is proving to be an asset for our country in the field of education. Answer, the electronic industry is proving to be an asset for our country in the field of education as all the electronic gadgets like mobile, computers, etc. are the source of knowledge for the modern world. That is why. Clear? Now the last question of this set. That is, name the following. Very simple questions only. A city most famous for electronics and hence called the electronic capital of India. You know that it is, answer is Bangalore. Very simple, but it is asking. Next question. The location of an iron and steel industry set up with a German collaboration. Rourkela steel plant. The location of an iron and steel industry set up with a German collaboration. Rourkela plant. It can ask. Last question of this sector. A byproduct of sugar industry which is used to manufacture the wax and shoe polish. Answer, press mud. Okay. This first set of question, it is completed. Moving to the next one. Question number 2. With reference to the TISCO steel plant, answer the following. Where does this plant, TISCO plant, get its iron ore? Tata Steel Plant get its iron ore from Namundi mines of Singam in Jharkhand and Mayuriganj in Orissa. The plant is located in Jharkhand at the junction of Sabarkela and Karkai river, and it is located at Sachi in Singam district of Jharkhand. Previous question also we discussed this. It is important, that is why this two-way question can ask. So it is get its iron ore from Namundi mines of Singam and Mayuriganj in Orissa, and the plant is located in Jharkhand at the junction of Sabarnerka and Karkai river, and it is located at Skachi in Singam district of Jharkhand. Second question, where is this plant located? So where is this plant located? It is located at Sachi in Singam district of Jharkhand. Already we discussed it. The next question. Explain the factors that favor the development of the petrochemical industry. Explain the factors that favor the development of petrochemical industry. The factors that are favorable for petrochemical industry are easy availability of raw materials from petroleum, LPG and coal. There is a great demand for the product and the byproducts like plastic, synthetic rubber, synthetic fiber, PVC, polythene and vinyl. The traditional raw materials are being replaced by petrochemical products both in domestic sectors and industrial sectors. That is why petrochemical industry, it is gaining importance, favoring the development of the petrochemical industry. Then next question. Name two important centers in India. Two centers are Reliance Industries Limited and Indian Oil Corporation. Then what is meant by agro industry? Industries that depend on agriculture products for their raw materials are called agro industries. Very simple. Next question. Which is the second most important cotton textile center of India? Ahmedabad is the second most important cotton textile center of India. First one, Mumbai. Second one, Ahmedabad. Then, with reference to the cotton textile industry, answer the following. First one, which is the most important manufacturing center in the country? Mumbai, told you. Then, state the two geographical reasons for its importance. What are the geographical reasons? The hinterland of Mumbai has black Ragur soil is there. That is the first importance. Second importance, the humid climate of Mumbai favors the production of yarns of finer quality. These are the two geographical reasons for its importance in Mumbai. Clear? Okay. Next one, based on the next question, it is question number 3. Give two reasons for the means of transport being called the lifelines of a nation's economy. Answer. The transport aids in the process of industrialization and urbanization. It helps for the process of industrialization and urbanization. Second point, it helps in better utilization of the resources of backward areas by linking them with the more advanced areas. Okay, next question. Give two ways in which rail transport is useful for the people of India. Two ways in which rail transport is useful for the people of India are helps in easy movement of bulky goods and perishable commodities to distant places. Second point, helps in reducing suffering during natural calamities. Very simple. Third question. State one advantages of inland waterways. One advantage of inland waterway is suitable for carrying heavy and bulky materials within a particular country or the continent. Next, state one advantage of roadways. It is through road that every village and hamlet can be reached. Now, one disadvantage of water transport is it depends on weather condition. Disadvantages of water transport. Whenever there is the water is there in the river, that time only the transportation is possible. Clear? Now the next question. Give 3 reasons as to why airways are becoming a popular means of transportation in modern time. Reasons are why airways becoming a popular means of transportation in modern time. Airways is the fastest and the most comfortable mode of transportation. First point. Second point, it is most important during natural calamities. Third point, the speed and ease with which aeroplane cross mountains, sandy deserts, water bodies and forests make the air transporter indispensable. These are the important points from this chapter, transport chapter. Okay. One more questions from same chapter, transport chapter. Even if it is a simple, then also commonly asking some questions. Why is road transport in India considered more useful than railway transport? State any 2 reasons in support your answer. Answer. Road transport is more flexible than railways, as bus, truck and cars may be stopped anywhere and at any time for passengers and goods, whereas trains stop at station only, as it is providing door-to-door transportation. You can write that way also. Second one, what are national highways? National highways are the major truck road which link 4 corners of our land. They are maintained by central government and serves interstate traffic. They connect the capital cities, ports and important towns. Third one, which are the stretches of road common to the Golden Quadrilateral and north-south and east-west quadrilateral? Answer, Delhi, Agra common to GQ and NS quadrilateral. Second one, Sikandra, Kanpur common to GQ and NS quadrilateral. Bangalore, Krishnagiri common to GQ and NS quadrilateral. Udaipur, Chittagong common to GQ and EW quadrilateral. EW means east-west quadrilateral. So the northern India has rugged relief and large number of rivers, which makes the construction of railways expensive. So give one reason to explain the lack of rail transport in northern India. The rugged relief and large number of rivers which make a construction of railway expensive. Mention 2 advantages and 1 disadvantages of air transport. So advantage, it is the fastest and comfortable mode of transportation. It connects the remote areas of the country. Air transport. It's a disadvantage. Air transport can move across mountain barriers, sandy deserts, large expanse of water and forest. One disadvantage of air transportation is it depends on weather condition. Flights are often delayed due to bad weather. So it is easy, that is why I told a little faster. Question number 5 now. First one, give 2 reasons as to why there is a need for safe waste disposal. Answer, there is a need for safe waste disposal because accumulation of waste looks ugly, smell foul, attracts insects and spread of diseases. Second reason, it causes pollution. Then, how can we waste reused? Explain with the help of an example. Waste can be reused by recycling it and making new products from from this waste. Example, shoes from the old tires, water bags from leather, etc. Now, mention one way in which waste accumulation has an effect on the following. Aquatic life. Answer. Toxins present in water can kill aquatic organisms directly by changing the pH value of the water, covering the water surface and causing a reduction in the amount of dissolved oxygen. So what is the question? Mention one way which waste accumulation has effect on the aquatic life. Second one, terrestrial life, how it is affecting. When solid waste starts decomposing, it produces methane and carbon dioxide, which are harmful for human settlements, and it is affecting the terrestrial life. Landscape, how it is affecting? It ruins the natural beauty of the land and provides a home to rats and other disease carrying organisms. Clear? Now, what do you mean by the following terms? First one, segregation. Always it is asking. Separating the waste into biodegradable and non-biodegradable is known as segregation. Now, composting. It is an aerobic method of decomposing solid waste. Aerobic method. That means in the presence of oxygen. The process involves decomposition of organic waste into humus known as compost, which is a good fertilizer for plants. Dumping. In this method, waste materials are dumped in open lowland away from the city. That method of waste disposal is called dumping. Waste materials are dumping in open lowland away from the city. Okay, clear? So these are the few questions related with this chapters. You have to revise it properly, do it properly. As I told in the previous videos, also revise it correctly, the important chapters and the first compulsory questions which are coming from topographical map, that also you have to study, and the map related with the India's location and extend, that map work also you have to do and practice. Then you can carry good marks, full marks. Okay, all the best for your upcoming pre-board exam. Do practice well. God bless you all. Thank you.